I don't want an adaptation.
to get a dig at you and make you react.
You have the new pretty covers. I don't have those.
Why?
Oh my God.
I just got so mad. Wait,
Big fan of the Mormon Church getting loads and loads of money.
you, I cannot with you.
Okay, so this was actually our first and last podcast ever. Are you ready to see me?
I am ready to see you.
Okay, so if you remember, about 3 or 4 days ago, I think,
Yes.
we had a new invitation to the Discord.
Yeah.
Can you remember who it was? Someone very important,
Someone very important.
especially important to you, I would say.
My wife?
Your wife, yes. And she said she needed a an invite via owl.
Oh, you did not.
I have an owl outfit fully
That, oh
fully
my
complete. So
God.
we'll do the first podcast with me as an owl.
That is incredible. Anna is going
Thank
to
you.
lose her mind.
I'm
Oh
very
my,
excited.
that is amazing. Well, that's
Well,
a great way to do this first thing.
I think so. We're not going to have a new bird every week. I think I'll probably wear normal clothes next time.
Well, I guess we could introduce ourselves. I'm Denver. My book world stuff, I am known as Ink and Tome, and this is
I'm Alistair. I am known as Alistair's Reading on YouTube and the Book Hoarding Dragon on TikTok, where I'm anonymous. So keep
I
that
was gonna
quiet,
say,
guys.
is this your first
That
time
one's a secret.
publicly acknowledging that?
I think it might be actually, yeah. So, I am semi-famous on TikTok, by the way,
Oh, oh. So
not
I'm
to
talking to
flex,
a
but
famous
like,
person right now.
yeah, pretty famous, pretty well known.
Well, I'm excited to do this. I know we've been talking about it for a minute now, so
Yeah, I mean, you first proposed it. I did think you were joking. I'll be honest, and I
yeah.
thought it was a funny joke. And now here I am in an owl costume, talking to people.
Hey, you know what? The best jokes have a bit of reality to them, you know?
So true.
A
Well, a little bit. This is a lot of reality.
a lot of reality, yes. Uh, okay, so I guess we'll talk a little bit about what we mentioned our socials and stuff. Like we talk about books, we post about books. Uh, I write books,
He
and
does write books. They're good books, by the way. If you haven't read his books, I'm not just saying this. Read them. They're good books. They're better than Abercrombie.
okay,
Sue me.
okay, to be fair, Alistair is known as the king of L takes. So
I don't think that's true, actually. I think I'm known as someone who is not afraid to put their opinion out there and to be
no.
right. Sometimes the world is wrong and I'm right. It actually happens quite often.
I do
And
think
I just,
I
I correct the world.
you correct the world. We no, that's part of our what we that's what makes our conversations fun, is we disagree about stuff. That's why this idea even
Yeah.
happened as a joke and then as a real thing.
And then as a reality.
Yes. Um, but no, you do have I enjoy your opinions on books. The L thing is a joke, but it is fun to debate stuff. So, um
I love a debate, especially when I don't agree with the point I'm making. Those are the best debates.
Okay.
Okay.
But just for clarity's sake, for anyone watching, you can follow both of us on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. You can subscribe and do all the YouTube things.
Yeah.
I'm not sure where we're going to be posting this yet. So, I mean, you might already be watching this on the YouTube on one of our channels. You might not. Who knows? It's a great mystery to us.
Yeah. But you know, We don't
Wait,
know.
what?
You know. The people watching know.
The
Not
people
you.
watching know. Yes.
Not you. No, I'm not talking to you. That's not what this is about.
Okay, so there's lots of places we could start chatting. I feel like this week had a pretty massive like fantasy world announcement that we could chat about first with the Sanderson adaptations coming.
What could he be referring to? Okay. So
Oh,
I think we actually agree for once on this a little bit.
a little bit.
A little bit. Let's start with Apple because I think
Yeah,
we disagree on Apple.
we do.
What do you think?
I'm really excited about Apple. I really appreciate how they take on fewer projects than a lot of the other streaming platforms and then put a lot of time and money into making the projects they do take high quality. And, as much as my friend here disagrees about Apple being the right place, I do think they have a history of good sci-fi adaptations. Although, again, I know you don't like their Foundation adaptation. But okay, that's my side.
There, okay. So, firstly, a glaring point: the Cosmere isn't sci-fi.
I
So
mean,
let's mention that because they have no fantasy backlog that I'm aware of. I don't know if there's a secret thing that they've released, but they don't have a fantasy backlog. That's problem A. Never done fantasy, and I wouldn't say the Cosmere is the easiest place to start with fantasy. Secondly, let's look at their sci-fi backlog. Let's look at Foundation. That's a very good example. Thank you for bringing up Foundation. They have trashed the source material completely. They've just gone. Psh. I don't think the anyone, in fact, involved in it has read Foundation. I think they looked up a plot summary, or they put into ChatGPT what's Foundation vaguely about, and then they made a TV show.
you know,
Have you read Foundation?
I actually haven't, to be fair. I've not read Foundation. So that's not
So
like a
so
great point.
I must be right,
You
basically. So that's a good start for me winning that argument.
kind of, except that I can kind of defunct that argument by the sheer fact that Sanderson himself has like the full creative control of these adaptations in terms of like improving decisions. He's writing the script for the Mistborn film, etc. That's kind of a huge difference from the Foundation adaptation.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, you're right. Unfortunately, you are right.
The first time
Nonetheless,
for everything, right?
I do think they like to say that the authors have more control than they actually do.
Hmm.
So we'll see what genuinely happens. I do trust Sanderson massively.
Yeah,
I think you'd agree, yeah. Sanderson will get it right, but I can see clashes in the future. I can see, oh, you've got this much power, and then actually they try and take it away slowly, and it creeps.
yeah.
So yeah,
I'm,
okay.
I'm just, I'm just excited to watch Mistborn and not be bored. So,
I'm scared to watch Miss Warren. I know I'm gonna be like, they got that wrong, they got that wrong, they got that
mm,
wrong. Even if it's correct to change things, you need to change things in an adaptation.
yeah.
I don't like that they do that.
We've talked about this briefly ourselves. We're both Arcane fans here, very big Arcane fans. Probably the best animated show ever made, in my opinion. And I don't know if you're at
The
that level of
the best show full stop. We don't need animated.
foundation.
It's the best show.
Uh,
I oh, don't get me
so,
started on Arcane. I
um,
adore Arcane. When I finished Arcane, the day I well, okay, the day I finished Arcane, the day after that, I had uni like coursework deadlines coming up. I didn't do
mhm.
anything. I lay in bed. I cried so much.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
I was distraught. I yeah. Oh, those weren't good times, but they weren't good times.
I I cried watching Arcane season 2 specifically. There's one episode that like destroyed me. I was not laid up after it, but also I'm a little emotionally stunted. So
Fair, yeah, yeah. I cry quite easily, so it
Um,
was a painful experience.
no, the it's the I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't watched, but the episode where they are with V, see if you're picking this up, and that camp, and
I mean,
uh,
I know what you're
uh
talking about.
Robo
That's not what I
Boy,
was expecting you to say.
Robo Boy in the camp, they're attacked, and that one person who Jinx bonded with gets.
Don't remind me of this.
That
I
that's what
actually,
made me cry.
I still don't. I actually didn't cry at that because I was like, "There's no way. There's no way they've done that." And I was fully expecting next episode they'd be back,
Mm,
and they no, they're
no.
gone.
Yep. Um,
And then I cried watching TikToks about it afterwards of just like edits of that specific scene. Uh,
honestly, as you should. But
I
so
don't know why you bring this
that
up.
the talk about Arcane
I
had a
actually don't
point.
know. I actually don't know why you bring this up. To be honest.
So okay, well, we theorized how cool it would be to see a Studio Fortiche adaptation of Mistborn. Was where I was going with that. I
Yeah,
know it's
yeah,
probably not going to happen, but it's a fun theoretical to talk about.
yeah. Okay. Fortiche isn't going to happen because I think Fortiche is a very small studio and they're focused on Riot Games. I think Riot is like a major shareholder in Fortiche now,
Mm,
but that kind of attention to detail and budget doesn't necessarily need to be something that only Fortiche can achieve. So I would love to see another studio pick it up,
yeah.
put their own twist. It doesn't need to be the same animation style, but just put that level of attention to detail into making it just like straight up art.
How would you feel if
I
an anime studio did
I
it?
think anime has the wrong vibe to it in terms of I mean, I think there's more to
This is his
I wouldn't feel
political
good.
answer because he doesn't like anime.
I wouldn't feel good about it. I would feel bad about it. I feel like
Hmm.
anime's art style is very basic.
I'm well, okay, I don't want to get into this debate. The first thing we can
No,
agree
do
to
it.
disagree there. There's so many different styles of anime. But this is a book podcast. So I'm not I can't if I start down that path, it's going to consume the next 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you'd lose that argument, is what you're saying, I think.
Yes.
So let's
Uh,
move on from you
no.
losing another argument. Uh, I do think. Okay, what do we think? What do we think about live action? Is it an acceptable route to go?
I think for Stormlight, absolutely. I think Mistborn, I'd be interested to see. I feel like stylistically, it could be a little bit more difficult. Like with the traditional fantasy stuff, I feel like live action adaptations, they're not easier to do, so to speak, but I feel like they have more of like a natural fit. And I feel like the Mistborn stuff is not as natural a fit to live action. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, because like we have examples like Lord of the Rings movies, although I don't know how I know I know how you feel about the book. I don't know how you feel about the Lord of the Rings movies, actually.
Okay. If we're speaking purely visually, the Lord of the Rings movies are great,
Mm.
and I think let's leave it at that for now. Um,
Fair enough. And then of course we have the Game of Thrones television series to look at as an example of um, television adaptations of fantasy. You know how I feel about Game of Thrones. We've had that conversation as well a
yeah.
little bit. Um, however I feel about the story of it all, HBO did a pretty decent, I would say a pretty decent job of adapting that. I know not everything is exact or correct, but in comparison to some other adaptations out there, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the start. The start was good.
Mm.
I'll be honest. I watched 3 seasons and I was like, this is a very long show, and then I gave up.
Fair enough.
Especially because the last season had come out by the time I started watching it. So there was very
Oh, okay.
little driving me forwards
Hmm.
because I was like, I'm kind of walking to the edge of a cliff,
Yeah.
and I don't really want to see what's on the other side of the cliff.
To be fair, they did not stick the landing on those last two seasons. So
Yeah,
and that is kind of a broad opinion, not just my own on that one. So,
no, that's why I was like, yeah, this is long. I'll watch something else. I've got the vibe. It was decent. It was nice. But
um,
okay, back to the Cosmere because we are
yes,
we are so focused and not going down any tangents whatsoever.
none, no tangents. We've had no tangents so far.
And this is definitely a big podcast. I think the thing is, Mistborn is very visually different to most fantasy.
Yeah,
It's very unique, and I think it has the potential to be really visually stunning with these gorgeous cathedrals, the mist, just like everything could be stunning. I can imagine like slowed down fight scenes being really cool with like coins flying everywhere.
yeah,
And I think if you were to do it right in live action, it would cost so much money and probably look worse than animation. So I'm pretty heavily pro animation by like quite I'd rather have average animation than
yeah.
quality live action. Yeah.
I think yeah, for that specific story, the visual tone that it gives, and even just reading it, all of that, I think it just has like a strong path forward with animation. I don't think that's what we're getting, to be completely honest. It's probably not gonna happen. But
No.
that would be my preference.
Yeah, it's Apple TV and animation aren't really a thing as far as I can tell.
They have some
So
animation. They have this like I think I mentioned this to you previously just a little bit. It's one of their only fantasy things they've done. It's a kids animated show. It's called Wolf Walkers.
okay.
But the art style is really cool. I will give them that.
Okay. Okay. But yeah, it's not it's gonna be live action and I'm gonna cry.
Mm. It does open because they got the rights to all of Cosmere, so it'll be interesting to see as long as these do well. We'll see adaptations of Tress eventually. I'm sure we'll see adaptations of Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, which would be visually unique as well. Things like that.
But
As long
they're
as
both better animated. It's like they both need to be animated. Stormlight we can have live action, but everything else needs to be animated. And I feel like they're gonna pick one route and go down it, and they're gonna pick the wrong route.
yeah, I do think especially I think Tress actually would make a great like family movie. Um,
100%.
yeah,
A great animated family movie.
yes. It'd be kind of cool to see that in like the classic Disney style animation. Like old Disney. If you like, I'm
Yeah.
thinking, you know what I'm saying? Do you
Yeah.
understand?
I'm
Yeah,
just
okay.
I'm just picturing it live action and it's horrible. It's horrible.
It is. I wonder if they'll ever do Elantris.
Isn't that, does anyone like Elantris
I've
in
never
real?
read it, but I just know it was like it was before, I think it was before Stormlight. Or am I crazy?
It's his first work, yeah.
Yes, okay, yeah. I
And
guess
it's
I'll have
not
to.
great. So
I just know it's still part of the Cosmere. So
that is true. That is a factual statement that I can't
it's a
disagree
factual
with.
statement.
Um, Elantris is the weakest Cosmere work,
I could
I
believe
think.
that. I don't ever hear anyone talk about it. So,
The only time I hear Elantris talked about is when people are saying don't start with Elantris.
very
So I think
fair.
that tells you what you need to know about Elantris. Have you read
I
Warbreaker?
No, I have not. See, of Sanderson's stuff, I've literally read Stormlight, but I have not read Wind and Truth because I heard some people bashing Wind and Truth, that I haven't wanted to read
Okay,
it because I love the series so much. I don't want to dislike one of the entries.
it's all fake news. Wind and Truth is fine.
Okay.
Everyone is lying to you, and,
You know,
and
I
I
I
am
was
correct about this.
I think I was gonna reread anyways because of the adaptation news and it just seemed like a fun thing to do. I've read the first Mistborn, and I you got mad at me about this the other day. I just didn't love that, and I never read the follow-ups because I just didn't love the first the first book.
Okay,
But I'm aware
yeah.
that it can look really good if done right in an adaptation. I didn't. It was kind of like a okay, let's move on kind of a thing for me.
Yeah, no. Move on to book two. Move on to book two, and then after that, I would say book three, and then era two. Book one,
Just
two, three, and four from era two. So just read Mistborn actually.
we'll see. I'll probably definitely do my Stormlight read first, but I probably with again with the adaptations coming, I'm kind of at a place where now I like feel like I need to because it's so rare that we get decent adaptations, and if these are decent, I want to be able to enjoy it to the fullest extent.
See, I'm not gonna reread for the exact reason that I will forget things about the series and then I will enjoy the adaptation more.
That's fair. I just want to be
Like,
caught up at least on Stormlight and I guess
yeah,
Mistborn.
that's fair. I mean, I don't think we're getting Stormlight for ages, to be fair, because
Mhm.
I think he wants to do all three Mistborn movies first.
All
Maybe I'm just
three. I thought
lying.
he was doing the first one and then.
Okay, maybe I'm lying. A good chance I'm lying.
Well, no, but that, I mean, it would make that doesn't not make sense. That's a double negative. That makes sense if he would do it that way. It also just makes sense for him to break it up and do it that way. I think the point is I think fantasy fans in general are feeling like this is great, just do it right.
I don't feel like it's great. I
You don't think it's great for like for them to have an adaptation at all?
no, no. I'll be so honest.
Oh my God.
I don't want an adaptation. I've been thinking about this and I don't want an adaptation.
Why?
Because I am a freak. Because I know it's going to piss me off. I know it's gonna be messed up. Firstly, Mistborn as movies is wrong. There's no way on earth you get such long books into a movie. It doesn't work. It needs to be at the very least you need six movies to cover the first trilogy, and that's excessive.
I disagree.
No, okay, you're wrong again. Secondly, I am a gatekeeper, okay? Let me live my truth. I'm a gatekeeper. I love these books and I love people reading these books, and I'm not gatekeeping the books, but there are going to be people who know the story of Mistborn who've never read the books, and that's horrible. I don't like that.
Okay,
I'm a bad person, okay? But I don't like it. And when I Google Mistborn, when I look Mistborn up on the internet, it's going to come up with Mistborn TV series, Mistborn IMDb, and then I'm going to have to scroll to find the Mistborn book.
you know,
And that will make me sad.
you could always add an extra word to that search. Mistborn book.
Don't be logical about this, please. I will be looking up Mistborn and I will be expecting the book to come up first, and I will know that it won't, and then I'll be upset.
Well, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see how it unfolds. I definitely am. I'm excited about adaptations coming. So that if I don't know what to tell you.
I love this story too much for it to be adapted. I don't think it can be adapted well. Leave it alone. Give Sanderson his money to buy the rights for it and then don't adapt it. And he'll keep being rich. And I love that for him. Uh, that would be great. How political can I get here?
As much as you want. That's the point of this.
Okay. big fan of the Mormon Church getting loads and loads of money. So give Sanderson his money. I at one point I worked it out and I have given hundreds of pounds indirectly to the Mormon Church. Um, so that's fun. So give Sanderson all his money. Let him have his rights back after however long. Never adapt it. No one's going to agree with this. I'm not even sure why I feel this way, but here we go.
And this is why I have dubbed you the king of L takes.
Oh, I'm right though. You've not read Mistborn.
I I read the first book.
I've read the first book. They're adapting Mistborn. They're not adapting page one of Mistborn.
Oh my God. Okay, whatever. I'll get to it. Okay, it's gonna happen now. They still have
I
the
agree.
trade. They have all three in the trade or not trade, mass market paperback copies. I think it's like 20, $30, something like that. So
So when you watch this podcast next month, we will be talking about Mistborn because we'll both have read it fully.
well,
That's a promise. That's a promise.
if I'm reading one of your recs, then it's only fair that I give you a rec as well and we talk about it next time.
Ooh.
That's something you want to commit to?
Can we get an idea for what you're going to recommend?
Star Wars, Heir to the Empire,
Okay, can we get another idea?
or let me think about this. What did you ever read? Did we talk about this? Have you ever read the Aragon books?
Oh my god, yes, I have.
Okay, never mind.
They
Uh,
suck.
I
So
just got
there's
so
that.
I just got so mad. Wait, okay, let me think of an idea before I start getting mad. I
Do you
don't
like
know.
anything good, or is it just
Do I like anything good? You know what? I don't need this, okay? I don't need this. I could be sleeping right now, you know? It's yeah,
poor, poor Denver woke up at like 5 a.m. to just get roasted?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I think about it. Oh, here's a good one. You should read Cello's Gate.
Okay, I mean I was going to read that anyway, so
Okay, good.
that works.
Okay, we have 10 minutes left
10 minutes left before you have to become a father.
before our free meeting ends.
They charge?
You have a free amount up to you have up to a certain amount free.
Okay. Well, what else do we need to talk about?
You just read the poet. Was it called the Poet Empress? Was that what it was called?
Why are you bringing up trauma again?
Well, it's your most recent read, right? We talk about that
I
kind of stuff.
just read The Poet Empress. It was horrible. It, it was awful. I'm so sad. It was brilliant. I hated it. Oh,
So I've obviously everyone in the Discord I feel like is either reading it, has read it now, or is planning to read it because everyone's talking about it.
I don't know why you'd bring this up. Yeah. So let's briefly discuss The Poet Empress. Are you going to read it?
I am, yeah.
Okay. So I made a TikTok about this the other day, and I genuinely watched it back, and it was like I looked like I wanted to vomit throughout it because I was so emotionally distressed, and it was horrible. And every time someone liked the video, it would give me a notification with a picture of my face, just looking like I wanted to throw up. Oh, this book is oh, I don't know what to say. I mean, okay, people are calling this romantasy. People who haven't read it are calling it romantasy. It's not
Mhm.
a romantasy. It's the opposite. I've heard it called anti-romantasy. I agree with that. I sent a review to the Discord of someone saying it was like chewing glass, and that is the truest thing I ever heard. And I read this review about halfway through the book, and then whenever I was listening to the book on my audio, I could taste the glass in my mouth. It was horrible. It's emotionally devastating, and I would say traumatic.
Wow,
I
that's
mean,
intense.
I briefly, okay, briefly what it's about. It starts with a baby dying from starvation. Our
Okay.
main character is like sisters, no, sibling. I don't know if it's a sister or brother. Anyway, the main character's sibling starts by dying from starvation. She's from a poor village, and a prince shows up, the Prince of Peaches, as I call him. He's not called that. And he gives Peaches out to the village, and he makes an announcement that the big evil prince who's next in line for the throne is looking for a concubine. And I feel like you can imagine where it goes from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, starting with a baby dying really it really sets the scene for the book, I would say.
Yeah.
That was
That's fair.
like the happy moment. That was the cozy part of the book.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be reading that. It could be a fun topic for our next fun, fun. I think I'll
I want
briefly
to see
touch.
you traumatized.
You want to see me traum? Hey, I was traumatized after
Yeah.
Kingdoms of Death, but you don't want to talk about that.
Well, let's talk about that. That book was boring.
You, I cannot with you on your Sun Eater takes. This man does not like Sun Eater. He does not, and it makes me so steamed. I
I want to do
think
a full podcast just discussing Sun Eater. And I think by the end of the podcast, you'll realize that it's actually not a very good series.
I think that you are full of it if you think that's gonna happen.
I think I can bring your rating down from like 10 out of 10 to 9.9.
My rating of
That's my
you as
mission.
human.
No, of Sun Eater. Me as a human, your rating should be at 11 out of 10 and never move, except maybe up.
You know,
Also,
what?
I'm an owl, not a human, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
you're right. You're right. My bad. My bad.
That's quite
I do
offensive.
think it'd be interesting to totally just dive into talking about the Sun Eater. But have you finished the series or did you stop reading the series?
No, it was shit. Can I
Okay.
swear? I've sworn. We can
And
leave that if you want to leave it.
that is we disagree, but that is okay. That is why this is an entertaining situation. Um, I feel like Pat's gonna see this and message you about
Um,
it.
I really like Pat, but I every time I bring up Sun Eater, Pat's like, I like you, but let's not say that about Sun Eater.
No,
And Pat's quite consistently right. Like the Dandelion Dynasty.
mhm.
Oh, let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about your opinions about that. Wrong
To,
again.
to be fair, I have
No,
stated
not to be fair.
implicitly, I have stated, or explicitly, whatever. I've said I have tried to start it multiple times and then DNF'd it because I wasn't in the right headspace for it. The only times I've said it was bad were to get a dig at you and make you react. I still plan to actually read it for real. So I don't have an official opinion yet. I just have DNF'd it a few times because I was not in the right headspace to read it.
How many times have you DNF'd it?
Three?
Oh my god.
The the first time I picked it up was like, oh my God, years ago at an airport. And I was
Okay.
like, I want to pick up this book and read it on the plane. Bad idea. Uh, and then I tried it again like a year after that. And I was coming fresh off of reading Way of Kings. And it was a bad mismatch because I just wanted to stop and get right into Words of Radiance. And then the third time, I was when I picked it up again. I got the new cover edition of Grace of Kings, and
You
I
have the new pretty covers. I don't have those.
I only have the first one to be fair. I mean, period. I only own the
Why do
first one.
you
Period.
get them and I don't?
You know, you can order them.
But, yeah, but the US postage is crazy. So
That's fair.
anyway, I blame you.
You blame me.
Why
Okay.
did you DNF it the third time? Go on.
Um, Honestly, I don't know. I just picked it up to read it, and I think I wanted to read. Oh, you're gonna hate this. I wanted to keep reading
Don't
Sun
say
Eater.
Sunny too. Oh my god! That's no. Okay, so this was actually our first and last podcast ever. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. We really appreciate the support. It's a real shame this was a one off thing, to be honest. I would have loved to
Yeah.
do it again. Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, I'm not
you know,
inviting him back. So,
only one of us has a brain cell. Apparently,
hey, don't
you,
disparage yourself
oh,
like that.
oh my God, I hate you.
I
No, I mean,
will read the series. I'm actually genuinely looking forward to checking it out. My
so
King
checking
Liu
out for the
takes
third time, fourth time, I can't
fourth time.
count.
I'm sorry. I want to when I'm such a mood reader. If I'm not in the right headspace for a book when I pick it up, I'm just not gonna end up reading it. I always come back. I don't. The only times I DNF a book are when I'm just dead bored with it, or it's not the right. And if I'm dead bored with it, then like that means I'm halfway through it or something. I'm not in the right mood for this. So I'm going to read it. I have not done one of my board DNFs. So this is a situation where I just wanted to read it in the right headspace to enjoy it. That's all.
Okay, I mean, listen, everyone is allowed their opinion. They're allowed to read in the way that they want. That said, this is quite frankly messed up.
Okay.
And I would say should be criminal.
Well,
Again,
well,
just my opinion.
we'll have to end there because we have less than a minute. I don't know how much time is left. I'm a
Oh, look, he
criminal.
remembers to do outros. Wow, so
In
impressive.
outros, thanks for tuning in for this podcast that will have a name by the time you see it.
Or
So,
won't.
this has been Ink and Tome and Alistair's reading, aka Denver and Alley.